leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives
Live.
Here on You weren't at rehearsal. Live here on Strong Island Television. We're in Paradise Studios in beautiful downtown
Massapequa.
by the Long Island Railroad.
And today's show is brought to us by Barasch and McGarry.
You're in the new year.
We are on it. Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
And LifeVac.
Yes.
LifeVac. Thank you, LifeVac and Barasch and McGarry. So we're doing this new podcast now, and I'm very simple, man. Oh wait, we didn't introduce them.
We have our guest today.
Rose.
You call it the third wheel. I call it the special guest.
Well,
host.
Jonathan was all insulted. The third wheel is negative.
It is negative.
You know, it's a little bit of a comedy show. It's not a third wheel like on a date or something. She is here as somebody that will stabilize us.
Yes.
The third wheel.
Right.
Put you guys in place.
Yeah.
Well, so we have
Feel
here
like we're at home.
Comedian, producer, manager, very versatile. You do it all. Rose Ross, right?
Rose
here.
Ross.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Rose, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Richie, you know, because we need that female point of view on the show because we're two stunads, right?
Yeah.
Two stunads.
Well.
But I now, you know, I got to think because we're recording shows, we're doing shows live, and I'm very simple-minded.
Yeah.
So I can't say Happy New Year's until next show because this is the one.
Right.
Happy holidays.
Hey, happy
holidays.
January.
Oh, there you go.
Happy January. You know, I a few things happened to me this week that I always like to talk to you about.
Yeah.
And always, first of all, I was up visiting the big guy for the holidays last week.
Yes, that's his dad.
That's my dad, Giovanni.
Yeah.
I say
I
I
maybe you had a
visit.
past life experience or something. The big guy.
The big guy. He's in an assisted care, but I call it his college dorm. When you see on Facebook, visited Giovanni at his college dorm. You know, we try to laugh and we try to make light in life of things, and it's hard when you're going through that with your dad, and it's been hard, it's been rough, but you know, sometimes he makes me smile or I make him smile. He wanted me to stay all night, so I got up there late. So we got into the.
And you said, "I'm not staying here." I can't stay here.
That's what I said to him. I go, Dad, I'm not staying.
I don't like the food. It's lousy.
Service is no good.
It sucks.
The beds are hard.
Who could sleep here, Dad?
What kind of Airbnb is this?
I can't stay here for an hour.
You know what's funny? When my mother, years ago, she's long since passed, but she was at the table in one of these assisted living nursing home facilities. And she's eating a meal. They brought her out her dinner. And I go, look at that. How delicious it is. And she goes, you eat it.
You eat it. That's right. That's right. I was going to say, so we get into the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
You know, he always liked when I sat and watched TV with him at night. He used to stay at my house on the weekends. And I miss that. He misses that. Yeah. So I said, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay overnight. And this way I could stay late because I don't want to drive home in the dark anymore. It's 2.5 hours. I'm older.
How old's your dad?
My dad is 92.
Whoa.
92.
God bless him.
People ask me, how is he doing? He's 92.
Wow.
He's doing like a 92-year-old should be doing. So do you realize how many funny lines are in Rocky?
Oh, I'm sure there's
Have you ever watched the movie between him
No,
and...
I never saw it.
Oh,
is it good?
No. You would love. Here's one of them that hit me. The one only one I can remember.
Go ahead.
I think it was when he was gonna go wrestle. Like it was a what do you call it when it's not a real match? It's an exhibition.
Game.
Yeah.
Exhibition. Thank you.
Okay, but I'm thinking of another part in the movie. There's another funny part in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
well, maybe it's the same part, and I'm wrong.
Okay.
So he was wrestling. Who's the big guy? The famous wrestler Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
Hulk Hogan. So Hulk Hogan is huge.
Yeah,
compared
which
to Rocky.
Rocky is that?
3.
Oh,
Rocky 3.
okay.
It was an exhibition. They were raising money.
Right.
But Hulk Hogan was serious during the match. He was throwing them all over the place. But before the match, Hulk Hogan comes out and he goes up to Rocky and he's mean look. And he looks at his manager, Rocky, and he goes, "Whoa," Rocky says, "I wonder how much he eats." So his manager goes, 202 pounds. And then he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, from Philadelphia, the Italian Stallion, weighing 202 pounds.
That's hysterical.
But there is so many funny lines between them like that. And I said, you know what? I never realized
it's a great.
how funny.
They're all great.
Yeah.
I have to mention his name. Comedian Steve Lazarus.
Yes.
Right? He had a joke. He goes, "Here's my impression of every Rocky movie. Rocky 1. Hey, Rocky, you're a no good, rotten, stinking bum. Rocky 2. Hey, Rocky, you're a no good, rotten, stinking bum. Rocky 3. Hey, Rocky, you're..." And it's the same joke.
That's the first time you ever said Steve is a comedian. You usually say, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Is he in Florida full time?
He's in full time now, yeah.
So
I want to say one thing.
Yes.
I remember your dad when he was down in Queens.
Yes, Middle Village, Queens.
He would go every morning. His big thing was he would meet the old guys, and they meet at McDonald's. You ever go to a deli or bagel shop and you got the old guys?
The old guys.
Club.
That was my dad.
So this year, when I started White Post Farms, I would wake up every morning and I go to a specific bagel place, and you got the old guys. So I started sitting with them. I didn't know them, but I met them.
Right.
And I'm sitting with them every day. But now farm ended in December, and I get a call yesterday morning from one of the old guys, like 80 something, going, "Where have you been? Where are you?"
Oh, that's nice.
No, but I felt kind of bad because I never went.
You,
like, you got to come. Now I officially, I think I became
one of the old guys.
Yeah.
So I know what your father, went
do card
through.
games and stuff with them now.
No, they just sit in BS.
Politics and guns and
I didn't
all
realize
kinds of
how
upbeat
racist
stuff.
old men are. I mean,
some of them are so. But you know what? They
it's a whole
don't
nother
realize.
language.
They don't realize. They don't realize to be racist. It's the way they were brought. The way they brought up, the way they spoke, and like that, you can't say that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Even to
like
women.
It was allowed at one time, right?
Yeah. Right. But it was. It was. I wouldn't say acceptable, but it was the norm.
It's how they talk. Like,
Yeah.
Like in the movie, what is it? El Dorado or what is it? Clint Eastwood with the car.
Okay.
What?
Gran
Torino. Thank you, Jack. Gran Torino. He brings the kid into the barbershop and he's like, "Hey, here it is. This, F and this and this and that." But it's how they talked and the old guys.
Yeah.
And that's just how they are,
Well, this happened to me, which my alarm system has been down for months.
Oh no.
Well, number one, I had,
especially you want that up and running in your neighborhood.
Yeah, I had Anderson do my window, some new windows. So those didn't have alarms. The old ones weren't working.
Yeah.
Sloman's is my company, and every time you call them, it's like 6 weeks. We can get a guy there in 6 weeks, and
a lot could happen in the security business in 6 weeks.
So this guy shows up the other day from Sloman's, right? Walks in the door, and I go, "Oh boy," right? So I go to him. "Listen, what I want done." He goes, "Hey," he goes, "Don't jump right on me. I just walked in the door. I just got to check out the system first. See
Sounds
what's
like
going
my wife when she comes home
see
from
what's
work.
going on." And I'm going, "All right, Charlie. All right, you want some water?" No. "All right, Charlie. The battery is in." I go, "All right." So I said to Paula, "Get out of the house. Go up the block to my son's house. I'm going to go down the basement on my desk."
This is the security guy.
This is the guy putting in the new system, the new alarms or whatever.
Yeah.
So I leave him upstairs, and then John, "Oh yeah, Charlie, need anything?" Right. So now I start talking to him. I go, "Charlie," I go, I think what I need is another smoke alarm in the house. He goes, "What are you wasting? What are you wasting your money?" He goes, "Leave the door open in the basement, a smoke will rise." I go, "All right. Charlie, I think that other window could use an alarm." "What are you wasting your money?" He goes, "Nobody can fit in that window. What do you think? How small?" So this is now he says this. I go, "Charlie," we used to have a panic button years ago.
Yeah.
in right next to the bed. It would be in the
Yeah.
drawer, and you could press the button. He looks at me, he goes, "Why are you spending your money? You're a firefighter."
Charlie doesn't know how to upsell his own
No,
company.
he goes, "You're a firefighter. Fight them."
What?
I go, what?
Oh.
Charlie, is that Sloman's new motto? Fight
Listen,
them?
you don't want to have that conversation
You
with me. I had a whole house burned down on me.
There you go. Well,
no.
yeah,
How old were
frightening.
you?
I was young. I was in my 20s.
Did you have alarms in
It
the
was
house?
my family home. Oh yeah, but
Years ago?
honestly, the flame comes first, the smoke comes later.
Yeah.
It took a while for the alarm to go off. We had a full system too. The alarm.
Wow.
Did you have?
How
do
long
you
was
know?
the flame burning before there
Well,
was no smoke?
Let's put it this way. I was asleep. It was like one of the first nights in my life in my 20s that a Friday night I didn't go to happy hour. I
Wow.
fell asleep. And
I was probably at happy hour that one night.
yeah, right. And so no one knew I was home.
Right.
My family
Oh,
was in the kitchen, you know.
wow.
And it just so happened that my little nephew was sleeping in the master bedroom and he found a lighter. It was like years
Oh,
ago when
no.
they didn't have the lighters with the
Mhm,
security
mhm.
on
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
the adult
Right.
child
Zippo.
Right.
So what did he set on fire?
He set the mattress on fire. He was playing. I don't
And then
know.
what did he do?
The whole bedroom was in flames.
Wow.
Jeez,
The
that's
whole- burned
scary.
the whole house down.
That's scary. Very scary.
Yeah.
We had a firefighter's house burned down in Merrick, one of our guys, and his kids were supposedly home. They weren't. Everything was fine. He put a trailer on his front lawn.
That's what happened to us. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's nothing sacred in the firehouse. They had trailers all over his locker, white trash. Like they put trailers on his
Yeah.
locker. Took
Yeah.
2 days. We gave him 1 day. 1 day. That's what you do in the firehouse.
Yeah.
No,
You know what we'll do?
Yeah.
Because I want to save some of these topics. So you know what we're gonna do? We'll bring it in. I'll do the live LifeVac commercial. I mean, Barasch and McGarry commercial, and then we'll do LifeVac later. Because I want to bring out Ann because she's one of my favorite guests. So our lead sponsor, Barasch and McGarry, they're the leading law firm for the 9/11 community, representing more 9/11 victims than any other law firm in the country. Since September 11th, thousands of clients, first responders, workers, students, residents, and volunteers have received more than $7 billion, that's $1 billion, in awards from the VCF fund, which is the Variable Compensation Fund. They have helped countless 9/11 victims register for free lifetime health care, which is me. I'm one of them, provided by the World Trade Center Health Program. They will work hard to make sure you feel at ease every step of the way towards receiving their fair and full compensation you deserve. Thank you, Michael Barasch, for being a sponsor.
Yeah, great guys.
He has been to our almost galas.
Yeah.
He has been a big supporter. He's been on the show a number of times, and he has given back so much to the 9/11 community. He's a good man, and we're very proud to have him as a sponsor.
Yes.
So our first guest, let me get to her sheet here. Her sheet. She is one of my favorite guests. I met her at an FDNY function, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. John, where is your sheet on in? Yeah. Okay. Pastor of the Green Point Reformed Church in Brooklyn. She was the
New York
first
City.
openly gay not pastor. What am I missing there? Not pastor.
Why don't you bring her on?
yeah, let
She
me
can
bring her
help
on.
you out with some
Ann
of this.
is
Chaplain.
not on at the moment.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
where'd she
All right, let me
go?
finish her intro and then we'll get back to her. She was the pastor of the FDNY, and now she's in charge of the FDNY counseling unit, which is a pretty cool position, and they really respect her to make her in charge of that position. So she's not on now?
No.
All right, so Ann is our only guest. So good night, everybody.
What were you talking about before with the
Yeah.
hotel while we're waiting?
All
for
right,
her?
while we're waiting for Ann. So I wanted to stay overnight, with Dad. So I do my Hiltons. You know me, I'm a Hilton guy.
Yeah.
But it was the holiday weekend. Yeah, it was the holiday weekend. So I'm go on Virago or Trivago. What's Trivago?
Trivago.
$76 in this hotel.
Right. How was it?
It was scary.
Oh,
It was scary where, I opened the door in the room and I'm looking to make sure nobody's in it because that happened to me once. I
Yeah.
almost got killed.
yeah.
It was not a good idea.
Yeah.
It was not a good idea. So you had a hotel story.
Yeah,
you
I have
This was
a
a
hotel-
Marriott?
No,
So-
it wasn't.
Oh.
No, I don't know what
No,
it
no.
was.
When the kids were little, we used to go away little weekends. We went to Sesame Place, and we stayed at a dump. It was I shouldn't say the name of the hotel.
Say what it rhymes with.
KI are the initials.
Okay.
So we go in.
King's Inn.
Close.
Okay.
So we get to the place, but outside in the room next to us, something big is going on. I think it was a gang initiation.
Oh, Jesus.
So we go in, we're staying in the hotel. It's ratty looking. But it was so late. We didn't get there till almost 11:30, midnight. We had to be up and out. And I said, let's just spend the night and get up and out.
Geez.
So we're petrified because we hear banging on the walls. We hear the thing next door. But here's a picture of me. Bobby, if you could bring up that picture. This is me sleeping.
Oh, no.
In the room. You'll see, look, with an iron in my hand. Here's my son.
Stop.
But I actually put a seat against the doorknob.
Next to you?
That's my son when he was little. He's now 20.
Wow.
That's so funny.
But I literally slept with my eyes open. We were so afraid.
We've been there too. With
It's
the gigs,
scary.
Paul's an
Okay,
entertainer.
Bobby, thanks.
And we travel all the time. So, I mean, we went to this one hotel one time in New Jersey where there was lines on the floor with tape. Looked like there was the murder scene.
The outline.
And we were like, oh my God, do we have to stay here? When I tell you, I stood in the window all night watching the parking lot to check the van to make sure nobody was robbing the van.
Yeah,
all the
right.
music
That's
equipment.
that's a target for bands.
Oh
When
my
I-
God.
The van?
But yeah, we've been there.
When I checked in, she said to me, do you have any weapons on you? And I said, no. She goes, Walmart's still open. You could probably pick up a gun.
You may want to go get it. That's
Is
funny.
Ann there?
Need the
Is she in
weapon.
there now?
Yeah, Anne's logging in right now. We had a problem with that link. It wasn't.
All right.
So
Oh,
she's
okay.
going to come in any second.
All right. So do you need to give me a new link for next week or?
No, something
All right.
just happened. She's coming in right now. So
All
go
right.
ahead, introduce her. and
All
I will-
right.
So it's
Well, let's
pastor,
bring
her.
pastor of the
Pastor
Greenport
Ann,
Reformed
one of my
Church.
own personal favorites.
Yes, one of
Yes.
all our favorites.
Yeah.
And now she's in charge of the FDNY counseling unit. Like I said, there's few people in my life. I've said it before when she's on, where you feel close to God. You know what I mean? And she's real. She's down to earth. Yet she's deep. She's funny.
Yeah.
You know, she's
So grounded.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So can we bring her on? Is she there yet or no?
Grab applause. And are you there, Ann?
No.
All right, we don't
Oh,
see you yet.
she-
We'll get you.
obviously, you're still in the closet.
That's all right. I'm going to
She's
start
there.
talking to you,
Closet, exactly.
Look at this dark.
And you're in the dark.
and you're in the dark.
We
right, we'll get
we
her.
were relying on you, Ann.
All right, let's start. We'll start
All right.
chatting and hopefully we'll get your picture on. You know, you are now with the FDNY counseling unit, but you were the chaplain. I was looking for the term before. One of the chaplains for the FDNY for 9 years.
Yes. You're killing me.
What?
I'm so. Is this microphone working?
Yes,
we can
we hear you.
See, that's
I
what
hear
it
you.
is. I'm like, yeah, I want to talk with you about this, but my camera and my mic.
We can hear you though. We'll continue the conversation. It's fine.
Well, we could just put Rich's picture back up there from
Yeah, we'll
the
put Rich's
hotel
picture.
room.
Me with the iron, you know.
So when you were a young child there, right? What made you get into religion and being a pastor or you know, with a church? When did you do that? When did you make that decision and why?
Oh, now we lost her.
Did we lose you in?
She's probably going to say her parents made her do it.
We'll have to. The beauty is now we can cut this out, right?
That's all right. Can we? I don't know. All right. So
We lost Anne.
let's talk to Rose for a second.
Yeah, let's
So
talk to
not
Rose.
to bring up him again, but I love him. And
And who might be
but
him?
she's a manager agent of your
Paul Mahas.
Paul
He's
Mahas.
my
Well,
fiance.
I know his name. Your fiance.
We're
There you
actually
go. I didn't
engaged.
know.
Sometimes I say boyfriend, sometimes
Oh.
I say husband. But
Now,
it's
were
like
you
a forever
engaged when you took
engagement.
stand-up university?
Yeah, we've been engaged for like, I don't know, 8 years.
Okay, so
Just
yeah,
we're taking our time getting to the altar.
I hear you.
Want to make sure it's the
you
right
know what?
thing.
Who knows anymore these
So
days whether or not
but
you
to,
even
just
want
to tie it together, you had mentioned something about a relationship with 9/11 or a firefighter or
Oh,
something.
well, yeah. Well, because Paul is a musician, a singer, and an entertainer.
Right. Of New Life Crisis,
Yeah,
the
band is
band,
New Life Crisis.
original band.
Yeah.
Great.
Long Island. He's very known in the Hamptons, but he does a fundraiser every April at Mulcahy's
Yeah.
in Wantagh, right here.
I just went to one there, yeah.
Every first weekend of April. It's the Michael McCauley Foundation.
Yes.
Do you know him?
I do not, but I've heard of the foundation.
So the brother, Brendan, this was his brother. And the last time they were together was for his brother Michael's birthday. They were in the Hamptons watching Paul's band, which took place in April. So that was the last time they saw Paul. And since then, every year thereafter, 9/11, because he lost his brother, 9/11, he has this huge fundraiser.
Oh,
There's
nice.
thousands of people.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Let's see if we
That's
get there
great.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, she's big now on the screen. Can you hear us and see us, Ann?
I think I'm going to need to book myself an appointment at CSU tomorrow.
No, we
So traumatizing. Like, I just wanted to tell you the story. Just want to be with my friends on the screen. And StreamYard.
Man.
Tell us where you wanted to start.
Well, no, you were like, how did I get into the business?
How did I get into the religious business? Yeah, what made you go in that direction?
So I went to college where it was a bit of a grinder school where we were all just on the hamster wheel of making money and being important and excelling. And I won't name the school, but it's like located at 116th Street. And you got to graduate with honors. You have to take all the top classes. And you have to be a somebody. And then I graduated and I didn't know what I wanted to be. So I went to work on Wall Street because that's what everybody else did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that about me? So
No.
I actually worked at the World Trade Center.
Oh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I worked for
so you went down to
Waterhouse.
Can I ask how old you were at that point? You graduated from college. So
I graduated from college. I graduated at 23. I was not, or 22. I was not so exceptional that I graduated early.
Okay.
It was kind of lucky I graduated, actually. But so I graduated at 22. It was the summer of 1998. I went to work with one firm, and then I got licensed. I was a licensed stockbroker. I had my Series 7 and my whatever other numbers you're supposed to have.
That's stressful, right?
Oh, yeah.
What, passing the test or actually doing it?
Just being a stockbroker, I think is.
I found it really stressful because you have people in investments, and if you actually care about them, you don't want to lose their money.
Right.
I would say it was a poor choice of a profession for someone who has, low level anxiety all the time.
Right.
It was
So how long did you do it?
So I did that for 3 years until 9/11. And I had worked at the Trade Center for TD Waterhouse.
Right.
Only on the 23rd floor. But that summer of 2001, I decided I needed to get a job with a better payout. I needed to build a book of business.
Right.
Needed to make some cash.
Need to book a big. Okay.
So you prayed about it.
So you chose the
You
church.
prayed about that job.
So I turned down a job.
God
with
gave
Morgan
you that
Stanley.
job.
The devil
A
made
friend
you
of
do it.
mine hooked me up with an interview with Morgan Stanley,
Right.
and I got the job. But there was a better payout if I went with this Raymond James branch, and so I did that.
Okay.
And I turned down this job that was on the 75th floor, working with my friend. So all summer I was like, I don't think I made a great choice because the branch manager wanted me to kind of do some things that weren't exactly all on the up and up.
Nice.
And I, low level anxiety. I can't break a rule. So all summer I was like, oh, if only I had taken that job at Morgan Stanley, everything would have been better. And then 9/11 happened. I actually quit the Ray J job the night before.
The night before?
The night before. And I was on my way to an interview with a different Raymond James branch that was, I think it was at 99 Wall Street, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was living in Park Slope. And I called the lady at, it must have been 9 a.m. I bet I had a 10 a.m. interview. And I was all ready to go out, but I just wanted to confirm that we were set with the interview.
Right.
And this I had turned off the TV. Being a good finance person. I always watched CNBC every morning to wake up with the market, you know. I turned it off, and the woman on the other end of the phone was like, yes, you're all set. And then she said, oh my God, a plane just hit the World Trade Center.
Wow.
And
I didn't know this about you.
I turned the TV back on, and like immediately we knew I was not going to be going in for that interview.
Right.
But the interesting thing for me was there was just time on my hands, right? Like all of my friends had already left for work.
Right.
Once I, you know, kind of figured out that thankfully all the people who were close to me were okay. But I mean, so like there was that initial sort of panic, but then the market was closed. There was nothing else to do. And I had a week of just time on my hands and deep feelings of, you know, like who even knows how to name those feelings?
Yeah, but can I just fast forward you now? So how long before you studied to be a pastor?
So 1 week. One week, John.
1 week, and then what did you do after that?
So I'm sitting there in my studio apartment, like, you know, like a useless. You know who's the most useless person on 9/11?
Who?
A stockbroker.
All right. All right, true. All right.
And it really goes to show, like, you know, the last thing anybody was thinking about was money.
I actually know a stockbroker that was there 9/11 running out of the building.
All right,
A family
so
member of mine.
So now you're.
They were not thinking about the market in that building, you know, like it was just no. I remember actually, like, as my father was in the ICU and about to die, his financial advisor was calling me about something related, you know, to his illness, and I was just like, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't care. I don't, you know, like it doesn't matter. Like, he's not spending it right now. Okay.
So this is so interesting because you hear so many stories about 9/11, but this is interesting that you were not a pastor before 9/11. 10 days, a week after now.
So a week after, I just wanted to be at church. I was a member at this really amazing church in the East Village, the one that had the big fire and burned down 5 years ago. But it was an amazing experience to be a part of that church, and I was the youth group leader, and so I just wanted to like hang out with my East Village teens, and so I called up this seminary professor that I knew. Now I did have a bit of a foot in the door because my father was the president of the seminary, but I mean, I could have talked with him about it. Instead, I called a professor who I knew who lived in the neighborhood, and I said, you know, I'm thinking that maybe I should go to seminary. Like, maybe I don't need any of this money after all. And I don't need any status. And you know, forget it. Like, I want to go for what really matters. And this professor was so brilliant because I was thinking like, oh, we would set a coffee date and then we would discuss. And then he said, well, Ann, you're very lucky. We had to cancel classes last Tuesday. It must have been on a Tuesday. I think I called him at like noon.
Yes,
on
it was
Tuesday.
Election day.
It was election day. By the way, if you want to know the true nature of a human, you should ask them, what did you do on the morning of 9/11?
Where are you?
Once you, like, you know, a civilian. Because the first thing I did when I realized it was terrorism was I was like, I am voting. Like, of all the things, I was like, they're not letting me not vote.
Ran home.
I think I voted for Alan Hevesy.
Did they let you vote? Did they let you vote on? I thought they canceled
Oh no, John! I am like so deeply patriotic that it was probably like 9:15, and I'm like, let me into that voting booth.
Oh wow!
Which is kind of funny. And then I went to give blood, but so I call up the professor, and he's like, "Well, Ann, we had to cancel classes last Tuesday. I'll pick you up at 4." And he gave me zero choice.
Yeah,
and that's how I started seminary.
I realized the seriousness of it until the day went on, watching the news and seeing everything happen. Because I remember being at work in the real estate office, and the boss was like, "No, you're not going home." And we're like, "The world's blowing up. We're going home to be with our
families." Just want to be with their families.
It took people a while throughout the day to feel, you know, figure out the seriousness of this.
All right, so I want to jump ahead a little bit here. Okay. So you're the chaplain for 9 years. One of the chaplains. How many chaplains are there? 5?
7.
Is it 7 different religions?
No, it's a lot of Catholics and then some others.
Okay, so there's 7 chaplains, and
Well, that's because you don't see a lot of Jewish firemen.
That's not true.
I'm teasing.
I'll tell you when you see a lot of Jewish firemen. Christmas Day, go to the firehouses. Christmas Day.
Really?
Who's working? Oh yeah. And they always, they always stepped up.
They
would always step
holidays.
up. Yeah. And in the firehouse on Christmas Day, it would be the Jewish firefighters, and it would be the guys without kids. Hey, I'll work for you, because you're never going to ask anybody to work for you on Christmas. You're never going to call in sick on Christmas. It's like, or any holiday. It's like, if you're sick, if your arm isn't falling off or you're not dying, you better get into this firehouse.
Right.
Because they have minimum manning. So if you call in sick, they have to replace you. Now, once you're working and you go sick, they don't have to replace you. So you got to get into that firehouse. That nobody wants to hear it. Your sob story on Christmas, Easter, or any of the holidays. All right. So you are now a pastor of the FDNY. What are you? Is she frozen or just still?
No, I'm not frozen. No, I'm just deep in thought.
That was good.
I'm like just so engrossed in what you're saying, John.
Usually,
look, I'm gonna go and eat my dinner. My daughter made me some nice little some sushi.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Usually when I'm talking,
she turned 15 and now she just wants to cook for me.
Pastor Ann, you had to see your face 2 seconds ago. She was like this,
she was
watching
frozen.
like this.
Yeah, we thought she with her eyes
was looking
open.
at the sushi. All right,
there was no
So,
movement.
what does it mean to be the pastor?
What are your
of the
duties?
fire
Good
department?
question, Rose.
Yeah, what does that mean? Do you counsel them? Do you pray with them? What
All of the
does
above?
that mean? Yeah.
Well, when I got on the job, my son, I think, was in kindergarten or first grade. And there was a big gas explosion over in the East Village. That was like my first really big job that I responded to. And I needed to have his friend's mom go and pick him up from school. And the next day, I was taking these 2 kids to school, since the mom had. And his friend says, John, what does your mom do in the fire department? And like without skipping a beat, he goes, she prays there's water in the hydrants.
That's great.
So I always like that one. Yeah, I pray there's water in the hydrants.
We appreciate those prayers. But
I would say there are 3 different kind of functions that a chaplain can have. One is ceremonial. We open and close every ceremony in the department with a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is kind of I would put that one as like the easiest.
Yeah.
In some ways, but it's like you're given a minute or 2 to frame the work that we do in a way like it's the best 2 minutes you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I often say that that we get to actually respond. We're the people God sends to the most urgent prayers. We're the ones, and that like calling 911 is a prayer, and that the dispatchers, dispatch out who's going to go and answer that prayers. So we really have this amazing opportunity, in my opinion, to go and put a spiritual frame on the mission that people are doing. So that's the first one, and kind of the easiest one. The next one is that we respond to third alarm and higher fires and other big emergencies, where in many ways I kind of think of our job as part like spiritual cheerleader,
Mm-hmm.
or like mascot.
Go up that ladder.
Right.
So
It's almost a little bit like social work type of thing.
Yeah,
like
almost.
counseling, advising.
One of the 7 are on call
comforting.
every day.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Now, do you accept tips out there?
Or should you have
Stock
accepted?
tips. I'll take any stock tip you want to give.
You should be giving the
Good
stock
answer.
tips. You should be giving I'd like to see your
Imagine
portfolio.
you show up in a major fire. I'm here to give stock tips if
Yeah.
anybody needs.
But there's the chaplain.
And then the third thing that we do. So we do like some counseling and
right.
whatnot, but The third thing we do is one that I also think could be really important, which is we act as like religious consultants.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Almost like advisors, consultants. Yeah.
So, like, for example, we swore in a new fire commissioner yesterday. Our friends at Metrotech have lovely decorations in the lobby for Christmas.
And the new fire commissioner.
And well, first off, she looks like me.
Exactly like you. But what is she Jewish?
She is not Jewish. I believe she's Catholic. With a name like Monsignor.
All right.
Catholic.
Right. So she or you were in
But
charge?
here's the example. So the lobby's all decorated for Christmas.
Right.
Yes.
And I see the facilities guy the day before. And I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow is Epiphany. It's Three Kings Day. It's a bit of a toss-up. Are you going to go and get the Christmas decorations down or up? So, yeah. So he was like, "Oh, good point, Ian. Well, I should go and make sure they're down." I mean, that one isn't as earth-shattering as, like, for example, there was a Serbian Orthodox church that had a big, horrible burn the church down fire on Orthodox Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, they were about to bring the priest to the command post, and I just whispered in the chief's ear, like, I know this isn't Easter, our Easter, but this is their Easter. So remember, like, treat it like it was our Easter,
right?
Because it's their, like, this is like an extra painful loss.
Yeah, sure. So
like that kind of thing. Just trying to go and interpret different faith traditions.
Well, I'm sure you did a wonderful job, because I just know some of the conversations I had with you. You have the ability to
talk about pickleball for a lot.
Did you play? Are you playing pickleball?
I'm not playing pickleball.
Oh,
you know, we almost got to an episode without pickleball.
Talking about pickleball.
Let's talk pickleball. No, we're not talking pickleball.
I'll tell you, you know, a good chaplain, we just find out what makes you tick. What makes you come alive.
Well,
and then we try to go and help you come alive with it.
Now, we want to do a Laughter Saves Lives Day. I've been saying this for a year, and I'm sorry, but we want to do a Laughter Saves Lives at the Soup Kitchen. Am I calling it right? The Soup Kitchen?
Yeah. You should do it at the Soup Kitchen.
What
Would
days
they like
a week?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm going to send you Emmy's name. Emmy actually has executive functioning skills.
All right,
and she'll schedule it.
With Emmy, right?
Yeah.
We'll bring the big check with us. We'll bring some cash.
Sounds like fun.
I'll bring a few people that will help out, and we'll have a really nice, fun day doing some good stuff in memory of my guys.
Yeah. Well, and you know what's really great about the Soup Kitchen? I remember one time, like several years ago, I had 3 visits with people who were about to die of World Trade Center related cancers, and one in particular was just gut wrenching. And I finished it up, and had to come back to the church, and it was Soup Kitchen night, and one of the guys who was unhoused, and definitely had way too much to drink. Not just that day, but many days. And definitely didn't smell all that hot and barely spoke English. And I remember walking into the churchyard and this guy just giving me this big, like, bear hug.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, how lucky am I that I get to go from a really sad situation, like just hopefully gut-wrenching situation.
Yeah.
And that the antidote to being so sad is actually being hugged by an unhoused drunk guy who barely spoke English.
And he was excited.
It's a game changer. It's a game changer. You know, like, and there's something really joyful about sharing. I would encourage you, when you make a meal, just make the food you like to make.
Oh, so I'm going to have a choice of what I want to cook?
Oh, yeah, man. You're the boss.
Yeah, so how do I order the food? Like, what do I call in advance and tell them what I want to do?
Yeah. I mean, we'll have some things in stock.
Right.
You may have to go shopping.
That's all right. I love shopping.
But we have a Restaurant Depot. We have a Restaurant Depot membership.
You know how bad it is,
they get big
Pastor Ann, if John was to do this, first time ever you'd hear the homeless people going, ew, who made this?
And is it only soup? Because soup's hard
No,
to carry.
Soup kitchen is just like that. I don't know where it came from. No. You do usually make a soup, but then you have to make other good food.
Oh, I love tortellini soup.
Yeah, I make a good.
All right, so
what's your favorite meal that you like to make for like 60, 70 people?
Lobster.
That would be the same meal I made for 13 firefighters. It would be the same exact amount I made for 13 firefighters, probably for 60 people.
Sausage and
Okay,
pepper.
right, but what's the food? What's the food? Tell me your food.
Great.
Sausage and peppers. I have a regatta salata meal I like to make with regatta salata cheese.
Do you know I've yet to go to a fire department comedy night that didn't have baked
They
ziti,
cook
sausage
so
and
much.
peppers,
That's all they do is cook.
and
Chicken parm.
All right, I want to hit one more
Chicken,
topic
that's
before you
nice.
go because we
eggplant rollatine.
we have to.
How am I suddenly so boring? I'm gonna get kicked off the show while we're discussing fire department food.
no, you're not boring.
Not boring at all. But we
Today
can,
it's John.
we can we can transition.
We can go and eat my sushi now.
You recently had
Yeah.
a party that I was invited to.
Yeah.
The invitation went into my junk mail, and I never saw it until the day before. And I already had promised my grandson I was going to do something. But you can I say how old?
Yes. Yes.
50 years old for Ann.
You.
Right.
And the party was at your church?
Well, it's kind of nice when you have like access to a party space that is just called a church. It was great also because I had my church friends and they got to hang out for a while and eat the most delicious cake from Make My Cake in Harlem. Highly recommend. And then my daughter made all that. I wanted to have tacos, so she made a giant taco bar, which was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Now, where's the church?
And then around like
Greenpoint.
1:30, all my minister friends started coming as they were leaving church, and that was really fun. And there were fire department people there, and all the
special fire department people. We can't mention any names, but you had some really good guests. Now, if Johnny L was there, where would you have pushed me to be in the group? Because I'm an acquired taste. You know what I mean? So who would I have been hanging with? You think? You don't have to say the name, but tell me.
That's really good. Well, first off, I would have introduced you to my friend Jillian Crane, who runs the First Responder Children's Foundation.
Oh, I would love to meet her.
She's just delightful and fun, and she was there. And then let's see.
Nobody else.
That's
Nobody
it.
else for you there, John.
No, because I don't want to push them toward the usual FTNY subjects.
No,
I want
to
to mix it up. Like
I love mixing it up. All right, listen, we only have a minute or two. Would we be able to draw in that room, in that community, if we did a comedy show to raise money for the soup kitchen?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, we could do a show. We could do a show. We used to even have like a little stage from a comedy show.
No, in the soup kitchen.
Oh, I've
the soup
done
kitchen.
shows in churches, in front of the cross. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. All right. That would
Soup kitchen.
So good.
Gotcha.
Good. We'll do
Yeah.
the soup kitchen, comedy show to raise money for the soup kitchen.
And then we go pray about it all.
And then we'll go to church with you.
And then, and the nice thing is, Protestants, they just do one generic confession and boom, you're good.
For the whole life?
No. Every Sunday, you got to re-up every Sunday. But
Oh,
you don't have to go. You don't have to go through the priest. Everybody says the prayer together.
I see. I'm in on that. I'm in on.
Yeah.
All right, Ann. Always a pleasure. I'm sorry you had a little problems in the beginning.
Me too. I'm so sorry. This has been so delightful. Thank you for having me on.
Thank
Nice
you for
to
Thank you
coming.
for
meet you,
taking the
Ann.
time. I know how busy you are.
Oh, anytime. I like it. My kids, whatever I am on, I have to tell them like, oh, I'm going on a television
A
program.
television show. That's
Yeah.
right.
And they think that I am so important.
You are.
They've been absolutely quiet. It's great.
Well, you are important to me.
Yeah,
Thank you for doing the show again.
Thank
Ladies
you. Happy
and
New
gentlemen,
Year.
Keep doing
Pastor
good work.
Ann Cansfeld.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank
you soon.
you.
Ann. See you soon. All right, so we're gonna wrap. I'm glad we ultimately got her on because that would have been frustrating,
her.
right? But what a nice lady. She
Very
just
nice, yeah.
awesome to hang out with and talk to. That would be really cool if we can get down there and do a show. And maybe one day when you're available, two of us go down and do the soup kitchen, you know, and hang out and feed some people. There's nothing better than food, giving people food, All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome.
Because I want to make sure I don't leave one of them out.
Ross.
Ross.
Easy.
Yes, nothing is easy for Johnny. Rich Walker, thank you so much for next week. This is cool. Next week, guest. Let me think. Is Zan Kent? No, Zan Kent. Never mind. All right, we'll see you. Good night.
We'll let you know who next week's
Trying to
guest
get
is.
used to this recording thing.